Hello, welcome back to the show. We are on the unceded lands of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh people, and I give gratitude to be able to work, live, and play on these beautiful lands. I've slowly been progressing. I'm at that point now where it's just about about fine-tuning some things. So what I've done is I felt like I was getting a little bit too much lift, and I was doing too much of this porpoising motion when I was pumping. So I did a little bit of research online, and really you don't want to be doing too much of that, and that could really complicate your technique. Really what you want to be doing is almost like a 50-50 even pump pressure and doing very little of this porpoising movement. So what I've done is I've moved my mast up. I've been slowly moving my mast up on the board along the way, but this time I've moved it all the way up to the number 9 setting. And so it's almost, you can see right here, it's almost right at the front edge as far as it can go. And this is the Armstrong forward geometry 4-foot 5-inch board. It's about 34 liters. I've got the 795 performance mast, the 70 centimeter fuselage, the 3F300 version 2 back wing, and the front wing I have the version 2 of the high-speed 1850 front wing. What I've also done was to create less drag, I put a shim on the back wing. What that does is it eliminates that -1 degree of angle. So what Armstrong did was, if you don't put a shim in, the back wing has a -1 degree, which helps stabilize, and it also helps with a bit of the lift. One of the negative factors is it creates a little bit more drag. So to get rid of the drag, I've put in a 1 degree shim, which neutralizes it and move the mast forward up on the board to give me more lift to compensate. But I ideally want to have my back foot right around here and my front foot closer to the front of the board. That way I'm hitting more of the center point of the board where it's in balance. So when you take into consideration the quarter chord point of the front wing from front to the back of the wing, and you have to find that balance point on the board where you're not where you're the most efficient. So I'm just playing around with it, and we'll see how it goes. All right. The water conditions aren't ideal. It's a little bit choppy, but hopefully because my technique or what have you is improving, hopefully I'll be able to manage these little ripples in the water. We'll see. And we also have this big log here to contend with that I'm not able to move, but that's fine. The outside temperature is about 8 degrees Celsius, which is about 45 degrees Fahrenheit, so comfortable temperatures. If you have a nice warm wetsuit, which I have, this is the 543 wetsuit. Okay, without further ado, let's get going. Oh, and I forgot my helmet. And if you're starting out, I don't advise you to do this without a helmet, but because I've become more proficient, I think we can get away with it. Oh. Felt like I was ready to go, and then I just was not. Let's try that again. I'm gonna try to do, I tried to speed up my cadence a little bit, and maybe I have to put a little bit more force into each pump. All right, I got some good pumps out of that. It's tricky because I'm heading this way and I have to avoid the rocks, so I'm also trying to turn at the same time, and it's a little bit choppy. It's tricky when you're starting out to contend with these little ripples in the water. Ideally you want it flat, but what are you gonna do? All right, so this time I like my cadence of my pump. I'm gonna try to put a little bit more power. I keep saying this, it's really hard for me to do and maintain balance, but I'm really gonna try to get a little bit more of a pump off of my back leg. We'll see how it goes. What I will say is that it feels good. It feels, the swing weight feels good with my mast further up on the board. Oh wow, I think I hit a little wave. It really throws you off balance when you pump and you hit a little ripple. Either that or I just have bad technique. I think it's a little bit of both. All right, let's try it again. All right. That time my takeoff was good. Takeoff or the launch is so important to getting a good start and trying to establish a rhythm. I felt like after the first couple pumps, I was almost there, but then I felt as I was turning, I was losing speed and I wasn't able to efficiently pump. And that's why I crashed again. So the key for me is to really find that efficient pump and transferring that energy from my legs straight through the mast onto the wing. But a couple things that we're building on is this arm swing I feel like it's really helping, and also moving the mast further up towards the front of the foil or the front of the board. It's just now a matter of getting used to it, because just feeling that swing weight and feeling how the foil feels a little bit different because it's interacting differently with the swing weight of the board. Woo! Great launch, great first few pumps. I was even turning, and then maybe because I'm going against the current or something, but I think again the pitch of the nose isn't driving through the water like it should be. So I crashed again. It's all about maintaining that good speed, because once you lose that speed, depending on your foil and its size, the stall speed is going to be different, and I have to feel that critical speed where I have to really accelerate on this foil. Still haven't gotten there yet. Bad launch. Just goes to show you really have to be focused on your launch. So critical to establish a good launch before you start pumping. Yeah, it makes it really tricky with these little ripples coming in to get good balance. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I'm finding that I have to get really far up towards the front of the board because my mast is positioned so far forward. I'm not used to it, so it's just getting comfortable with being really far up on the front of the board to the point where my front foot almost feels like it's off the track, off the pads here. So I might have to get some extra padding here and here to give me a little bit more grip. It feels strange stepping onto not having that padding under my foot. But it's all an adaptation process that I'm going through. And even though it is choppy, I mean, it's helping me with my overall balance. I mean, if I can pump in this little bit of chop, it makes my progression into prone foiling a little bit easier. Because when you're pumping out on the water with surf and everything, it is quite choppy most of the time. Yeah. All right, so getting more pumps in. Wow, it feels so different because I really feel like I'm right at the front of the board. It's just getting used to it. All right, let's do it again. Bad launch. Whew. All right, that wasn't bad. Just felt like I was getting too close to those rocks over there, so I was trying to turning, and while you're still learning how to efficiently pump makes it even harder. Man, when you watch on video these guys that are just pumping effortlessly, flying on the water, it just makes you wonder, are you ever gonna get there? And I think it just takes practice and getting your brain and your body and all your equipment to sync up. It just takes time and practice out on the water. So we'll get some more reps in. Let's do it again. Oh, so I'm continually making my way out towards those rocks, and yeah, it's hard for me to turn, and the ripples are a little bit tricky, so I think we're getting better. I think today's gonna be a short session, only 30 minutes. I think that's where we're at. Yeah, 34 minutes. And I think we'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. And every day we're making a little bit of progress. And at some point, we're going to be pumping freely all along the open water. All right, see ya.